What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and in this video we are going to be talking about the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex manga and the Boruto time skip as a whole, and pretty much we're going to be talking about the decision of the writers, well, we should say Kishimoto and Ikimoto here, to make Shikamaru the 8th Hokage. So pretty much we're going to be talking about if Shikamaru was the right choice to replace Naruto as Hokage. So I'm going to give my opinion on this, and I would love to hear in the comments below what you guys think of this as well. And we can also discuss, I guess, if we think something might happen to Shikamaru, and if so, who would step up in Shikamaru's place. So Shikamaru was revealed as the 8th Hokage at the start of the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex first chapter. And overall, I definitely don't think it's a bad choice. I think he is a very solid choice to take over that spot. And overall, I think the only candidate, in my opinion, that would have been better than Shikamaru for this would have been Kakashi. And I'm saying this because Kakashi already has Hokage experience. He spent all that time as Hokage until Naruto eventually stepped up as Hokage, so I think Kakashi's experience could have been really well there. But at the same time, I understand that Kakashi nowadays is more so retired. He still does pop up and do things, especially in the Boruto anime, but we have yet to really see him around in the Boruto manga, so I guess it would be a little sudden for him to pop up here. But if there was a chance for them to do it, it would have been here, because we do have some comments from Ikimoto talking about Kakashi Kakashi having a big role in the story at some point, and it's kind of feeling more and more like those comments aren't gonna hold to be true. At least that's what I'm thinking. But I also want to say that I still think Shikamaru is a pretty good choice. I'm not really mad at the choice that Shikamaru became the Hokage, because Shikamaru has served as an advisor under Naruto for so long. And not only Naruto, he spent time getting good at advising for Naruto by being under Kakashi. So I think if there's anybody who could have stepped up to this role aside from Kakashi, and I guess maybe Sakura too, if we're looking at it from more of a strength perspective, as well as, Sakura is very capable too. She is the lead head of the medic division now, so she has, her hands tied down with that, I'm sure. But at the same time, I mean, her sensei Tsunade was a previous Hokage, so it could have been very possible for Sakura to have stepped up there too and done a pretty solid job. So I think if we're being realistic, those three were the most realistic options: a return for Kakashi, a step up for Sakura, or, the advisor Shikamaru stepping up to that role. And we did get one of them. We got Shikamaru, and overall I think he is a good choice, but I wouldn't say necessarily that he's gonna be, the type of guy who can protect the village all times at any cost. What I mean by that is, if you look at previous Hokage, most of them can go toe-to-toe with a lot of invaders, but I do understand now that we're in an era where the power scaling is going to be way out of hand. People like Shikamaru aren't really going to be expected to beat code. I do expect Shikamaru, though, to come up with some great strategies still. I think Shikamaru is great at when it comes to taking care of a lot of the political stuff that goes on behind the scenes, keeping a good relationship with all the other big nations as well as some of the smaller ones. I think that Shikamaru is really good and really smart for situations like that. And Shikamaru is still not no pushover, of course. He's definitely still strong in his own right. We've seen what he was capable of doing, especially throughout his run of the original Naruto time skip. He did a lot, and even in Boruto he's had his shining moments for sure. So I definitely can see why they went with the choice of Shikamaru, and I do think it's a good choice. I just hope that later down the line, where I'm expecting personally, Boruto or Kawaki to be someone who ends up stopping Code. I do hope that if Shikamaru at some point is going to go down to someone like Code, I hope that they at least do him some justice and make him go down in a pretty meaningful way, and don't make him look, really weak, because Shikamaru is a very big, beloved character in the franchise, and I think that Shikamaru deserves a good way to go if it comes down to that. And I'm only really talking about that because we've seen at the start of Boruto that the village is destroyed, hence there's a chance that a lot of people may be dead. So I think it's possible we'll end up seeing how things go with Shikamaru and his Hokage run. It would also be cool, if we can start flashing back eventually and seeing, what led to Shikamaru stepping up exactly. Like, did somebody else nominate him, or did he just say himself that he's going to step up? Like, I would love to see, like, the selection process behind it. I think that would be cool, because we did get to see that with Tsunade, and we kind of at least got to hear about how it went with Kakashi, and then we saw how it went with Naruto as well. And just a lot of the previous Hokage, if you think about it, there's, a lot of reasonings for how they stepped up and why they stepped up. And of course, we know Shikamaru was probably one of the best guys for the job, also because he knows so much about everything going on with the Otsutsukis, and he also knows a good bit about Boruto, because even though the roles are swapped, back many chapters ago, Shikamaru was getting a pretty good, or at least a better read on Kawaki as well. So Shikamaru, good candidate. And if Shikamaru were to die and someone were to step up immediately, I can see Kakashi maybe hopping in back there. I think that would be one way they could get him involved back in the story, but I don't think that's what they're gonna do. Sakura is always another possibility as well, so let's not rule Sakura out. And then on top of that, we have Konohamaru now as an advisor, so there's a decent chance that Konohamaru leveled up during this time skip span. And usually, when you're in like this advisor role, you probably got a decent shot to step up as the next Hokage. So let's hope Konohamaru's been doing some training as well, and hopefully some things go well with that if they do decide to make Konohamaru the Hokage if Shikamaru goes down. But all in all, that's kind of what I think overall of the decision to make him Hokage. Overall, more positive than negative for sure. I am a little concerned about the village and their safety overall, though, because it's not like Shikamaru be throwing hands like Naruto or Kakashi or some of the other Hokage we've had in the past, like to their extent. But I do think that he is capable of handling himself, and I do think that when it comes to it being a fitting role, I can definitely see why he's up there. But that's my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you a fan of the move of Shikamaru becoming the 8th Hokage, or are you not? Let me know. But that's going to wrap up this one. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. And I hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.